Hey everyone, Kira here. So I have I ran across this blog on sidepost.org, I think it is, and I was like, I don't know about this, so I'm going to share it with you, and I'll break it down and see what you think. Here we go. Hold on.
A new study suggests that highly intelligent individuals who are more mindful might be less likely to engage in actions that benefit others, known as prosocial behavior. Prosocial behavior includes acts like sharing, cooperating, and comforting others. Previous research has shown that higher intelligence and empathy are associated with prosocial behavior. The new study aimed to explore how mindfulness could influence the relationship between intelligence, empathy, and prosocial behavior. The researchers used a sample of 759 college students in China who completed assessments of prosocial behavior, intelligence, empathy, and dispositional mindfulness. The results revealed a positive correlation between intelligence and prosocial behavior, likely due to increased empathy. However, mindfulness was found to moderate this relationship, with intelligent individuals reporting low levels of mindfulness showing higher prosocial behavior. Mindfulness also reduced the link between empathy and prosocial behavior. The study has limitations, including reliance on self-report measures and the use of undergraduate students, which may impact generalizability. The researchers concluded that mindfulness might impede prosocial engagement among highly intelligent individuals, possibly because it promotes a peaceful and relaxed state that discourages taking action to help others. The study was published in Scientific Reports.
My favorite part was it was in a study. It was published in a scientific paper. A very small cross section of the world. 750 students, around an average age of 22 years old. So I love it. So if you study Alan Watts at all, Alan Watts will shake this paradigm, which I love it. And basically what he's saying, that there are individuals that are meant to live outside of the world, of the worldly world, without identity, and having this level or sense of freedom to not conform to the worldly experience. And what it does in turn, this would be like monks and monks. It would be monks and monks, spiritual people who don't really conform to the expectations of societal norms. And in the 60s, I think they were the hippies, right? They were people that said no to things that traditionally were upheld. And I think that when we look at our society today, there's not a lot of that going on. There's a lot more conformity. And that's a generalization. It may not be true, but it's kind of conformity for within the uniqueness, conforming within a unique way that just ends up being conformity, right? Like we can see it on all the TikTok videos, like almost all of them. Where people are just kind of melding with each other in a similar experience, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what society does. We do that. We connect with each other. We connect with each other socially. But to say, this is such a strong thing to say, because we got to understand the difference between mindfulness. What's mindfulness? So we've got first generation mindfulness, which is going to be more of being consciously aware of your day-to-day activities. Then you have the Buddhism mindfulness, or second generation mindfulness, which is the mindfulness around kind of wholeness and being, and trust and truth in yourself and that kind of thing. So with this one, what that's doing, right? If somebody is, I love the other line there too. It was like, oh, they're more peaceful. They're more at ease. So they're not contributing to society as much anymore. No, they're not playing the game anymore. They're not involved in the trading and the back and forth. And if I do this for you, you'll do this for me, for a sense of safety. That's really what's going on there. It's like, I don't need anything outside of myself to help me feel safe, because I am doing something. I'm doing mindfulness. So I am more at ease. I'm more relaxed. I'm not feeling this need or this pressure to go outside of myself for my own safety. So when you're looking at something like this study, which again, a very small cross section and was in a scientific paper, which doesn't mean anything to me, very much outside of societal norms. That just doesn't, that's not a big deal to me. What I see though is what the truth is. So even though they took this, and they admittedly said this is not a great study, kind of at the end, by the way, this might not really mean anything, which I love that so much. Is to say, but here's the deal though, see guys, like it looks so official. It looks official, but if we really take it one step deeper into awareness, we see that it's not a great cross section. There's not a lot of really true understanding that's happening. So if I were looking at it from a coach's point of view, and somebody was to say to me, well, people just aren't as empathetic to the societal norms, or upholding societal norms, or helping in their communities, because they're feeling more calm and at peace in themselves. That is exactly what I would say. Yes, of course, because they're not looking outside of themselves for approval, for acceptance, for love, for connection. They're finding that in themselves. Whether you look at it from a divinity standpoint, or you look at it from you're just yourself. If you're an atheist, I am whole and complete exactly the way that I am. I need to do nothing differently for my own happiness. Now, what they don't seem to show us, because it is such a limited study, is that they are not looking at long-term effects of true mindfulness on empathy, on the mind, on the body, which would, I think, as people get more full, more whole, healthy, and complete, I think that a natural result of that would then be to bring compassion, more tolerance, more hopefulness, more love, more contribution to the world. But if they feel like, I'm good, I'm good right here, right now, dude, I'm great, I think that that's fine too. But to hook up intelligence with empathy, that's a really interesting one too for me. I would really love for someone to explain that one to me, because I've met a number of tremendously intelligent people who are like, yeah, the world will work itself out. I don't have to necessarily be a part of it. A lot of times very introverted, very with their own thoughts and ideas. And then in some cases, yes, there are people that want to invent something, create something, bring something to the world that will benefit people. I definitely do see that, and we see that on a big scale, right? And in certain people who have invented amazing things, and so yes, that I could see, but sometimes that's empathy, sometimes that's for personal gain, sometimes that's because they're in their own behaviors and they need to get approval and accepted by others. Sometimes it's for money. They're using that intelligence to generate and create abundance for themselves, which is also fine. but I wouldn't necessarily link it up with empathy. An exception might be, and I don't even know why I'm saying his name, Elon Musk, because I think that he does see a potential massive problem that will need to be solved. And even if he was just put on this earth to go, this is going to need to be solved at some point, and he gets to enough level of status that people go, we should listen to him. He has status. He has that kind of thing. And so I could see, and he is intelligent, and I can see that he does have empathy. I don't know what else is going on with him. There's other things in there that I don't understand. But I do see that his initial intention was that, and he is intelligent. So I could see that, but that's like I can't think of any other ones, that just use their intelligence. Maybe historically we could brainstorm and think of some. Maybe you can put it in the comments or something, of people who just did it out of the lovingness and kindness of their heart. Maybe Nikola Tesla, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know him. Albert Einstein, I think he was just did things because he could. He was like, this is any gift. Well, he studied, but you know what I mean? Like I just think that there are people in this world who just came in and said, I can do it, and then did it. And I don't know if I can link that up with empathy. Maybe I can. I can go there. But when it comes down to this, that mindfulness makes you less empathetic, no. I'm just going to go with no on that one because it's true. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. Show me the study that actually is a good study to show that mindfulness and empathy are connected in some way with intelligence. I think mindfulness helps bring about an emotional change that causes people to recognize, yes, they are part of the whole, and they feel so deeply. I think that as a mindfulness coach, I feel so deeply. I feel so connected when I work with my clients. I see them and I love them. And I guess I never really connected mindfulness up with lack of empathy. I feel like it's true empathy, is being able to be completely present with another person. Yeah, I may not do like the community meetings or maybe even contribute to a whole bunch of different types of charities or volunteer all of my time or do any of those kinds of things, sure. But that doesn't mean I have a lack of empathy. It doesn't mean that I don't see the struggles of the world and want to contribute in some positive way. And yes, I am intelligent. I am intelligent too. But I will say it's taken some more work on my part. I don't know if that was an innate trait that I had. And so I think mindfulness has caused me to be more deeply connected to my world and to my community. And also, too, mindfulness also helps us create communities as well, because people know when you feel present to them. And if you're not practicing some level of mindfulness, you're just kind of in it for yourself. And that to me is that's truly not empathy. That is in it for yourself. And so when you look at all these different things that are kind of brought forward here, I really, truly hope that what you get from this time that I've chatted with you is an opportunity to open up the conversation to yourself. Can I be mindful, empathetic, and intelligent simultaneously? Can I be consciously aware of when I put a spoon away and be empathetic and intelligent at the same time? I really love this spoon. This spoon means so much to me. Okay, let's not get crazy. Okay, so instead, what we say is, oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm having awareness in most of the time, when I'm walking, talking, speaking with intention, being kind, open, loving, and nurturing to the best of my ability, not to the level that makes you feel uncomfortable or pulls you into your own behavioral patterns, trying to get approval or acceptance from other people. And then just saying to yourself, you know what? Yeah, I'm mindful, and I'm also mindful in myself. I know who I am. I'm getting clearer about who I am, even if you don't know yet. And I love being present with my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions and having mindfulness over them to go, let me have awareness that these are things that are coming in, and recognizing when I feel more peace, more at ease, more balanced. Because a lot of times when you have some community factors, they're not thinking about that at all. They're not thinking about being more peaceful, more at ease, more calm. They're thinking about the next dramatic thing that's going to happen to them. Not because they're doing it wrong, it's just because that's the way it's always been, or how things are going to turn out poorly for them, or what, and pull you into their experience. When you do things like mindfulness, you go, oh, everybody's experience is their own unique journey, and I don't have to be a part of that journey. I get to be a part of my journey. And if our journeys link up, I hope that it is a peaceful one. I hope that is a loving one. And that, because that's what I expect from my life. And I'm going to allow in people into my experience that I feel that type of connection with. I'm not going to willy-nilly put myself into different types of communities where there's a ton of behaviors and maladjusted emotional states that do not call to me. I'm personally not going to do it, and I certainly hope that you don't do it either. And guess what? You're still intelligent, you're still empathetic, and you're still mindful. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love you. You have a beautiful day.